Good morning, everybody. If grab that last bit of breakfast or grab a seat. I expect that this is going to be a rolling crowd as we have an all-day event at Carnegie Mellon. We will see people coming in and coming out, but thank you all for getting here early and having breakfast with us and joining us for the beginning of this great session. Welcome to Supporting NIST Development of Guidelines on Red Teaming for Generative AI, presented by Carnegie Mellon University and its Block Center for Technology and Society and the K&L Gates Initiative on Ethics in Computational Technologies. I'm Steve Ray. I'm the Executive Director of the Block Center, and I'm supported by an excellent team, some of whom are over there, some of whom you've met out front, and you're going to see them throughout the day. And they're really responsible for making sure that there's food, that there's chairs, that there's microphones, all of those sort of things and everything that's going on for the day. We're really pleased to be joined by Block Center leaders, including Hoda Haidari, who's really made this event happen, and you're going to see her all day throughout the day. We're so glad that you've chosen to spend all or part of your Friday with us today as we explore this important topic from a variety of perspectives. That's what really makes the Block Center and K&L Gates Initiative so special. We focus on bringing a multidisciplinary approach to complex technology issues with the goal of focusing attention of academic, business, and governmental leaders on key issues surrounding the development, deployment, and use of new technologies. So let's get it started. It's my pleasure to introduce Teresa Meyer, Carnegie Mellon's Vice President for Research. Teresa provides leadership for the university's research enterprise and advocates for the role that science, technology, and innovation play nationally and globally. Thanks, Teresa.
Well, good morning and welcome to Carnegie Mellon for those of you who are joining us from afar. It is really my pleasure to be here to kick off this session. And I just want to say that we're really thrilled to host this workshop on supporting NIST's development of guidelines on red teaming for generative AI. I do want to thank all of the panelists and our external visitors for taking the time to travel to campus to support this event. We really appreciate your deep engagement in this topic. Carnegie Mellon overall is proud to continue supporting NIST's important work in providing the foundation of our nation's AI strategy and as this technology continues to be implemented in the public sector. We've been deeply engaged with NIST and their ongoing work for providing guidelines to the implementation of this technology that will be vital in moving forward in responsibly integrating AI tools and software into the federal government's everyday operations. We also welcome the opportunity at this time to really display some of Carnegie Mellon's thought leadership in artificial intelligence, both through the panelists during the 3 discussions today, but also the lightning talks that highlight the cutting edge research of our faculty. We've been very fortunate to be asked to step into leadership roles into a number of national efforts. I'll just highlight a few of those. That includes the Department of Defense center that is a pilot called the Calibrated Trust and Evaluation Center that's really looking at safe and responsible AI for large systems in support of the Department of Defense. We were also recently tapped to stand up an AI security incident response team that builds on the longstanding work of establishing the CERT more than 20 years ago in the area of cybersecurity. So taking the knowledge and being able to think about the new challenges and opportunities that are faced as we think about AI systems. And finally, we're also really pleased to lead a responsible AI academic consortium that is being funded by the CDAO. So all of these are really aimed at bringing together a community to really tackle some of these greatest challenges that are facing us going forward. For this particular workshop, we're really looking forward to thinking about how we work on the scope and clarity of what we mean by red teaming. This is a term that's used quite frequently. And through workshops such as the workshop today, we'll bring together the community to really drill down and better define what we mean by red teaming. And also thinking about working at the frontiers of technology and policy research, but not letting that research sit on itself, but through NIST and other partners, really think about how that research can be translated into practice and impact. That's, at the end of the day, what we're really here to do. So with that, I'd like to thank the Block Center and the K&L Gates Initiative for Ethics for their support and ongoing engagement. And I'm really excited to hear the results of the robust discussion and insights that are gained through this workshop. So with that, I'd like to introduce Ramaya Krishnan, who is the Dean of our Heinz College of Information Systems and Public Policy. He also serves as the faculty director of our Block Center for Technology and Policy and as a member of the National AI Advisory Committee to the President. So with that, Krishnan.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Teresa, for that terrific welcome and so on point on everything that we want to accomplish today. Good morning, everybody. I hope you all are fired up and excited about diving into everything we have planned for you today. As Teresa said, we're really excited to be hosting this workshop. And I really want to thank a number of folks here. But first and foremost, my colleague, Hoda Haidiri, who's been the leader and the driver of this initiative. So Hoda, thank you very much. And a number of my Block Center colleagues who are here, Steve Ray, who you heard from, Cole Gessner, Brian Brown, Kate Pendrack, Brittany Calderon, Hannah Graber. There's a large team, and if I left anybody out, I think this is an amazing group that's come together to organize this session. Now, if I were to think back as to when the genesis of this idea for me came to mind was certainly the DEF CON event pre the exec order that introduced the term quote unquote red teaming, as it were, when we had voluntary commitments, we had a number of individuals taking part in this event. And then in October of 23, when President Biden signed the executive order, there were very specific call-outs to the phrase red teaming and the important role that NIST is being asked to play in the development of red teaming guidelines. The Block Center and the K&L Gates Initiative, as we have come together for this initiative, I should say a word that Hoda Haidiri is both a K&L Gates chaired professor on our campus. She also is a leader of our Responsible AI initiative at the Block Center, which actually has about 150 faculty around campus, because we believe that this topic requires a multidisciplinary approach to tackle it. And I think you'll see that on display today, both in terms of the faculty you'll hear from, our guests from industry, our guests from policy that we've convened, that you'll see this multidisciplinary approach. The other thing that I wanted to mention was, Governor Josh Shapiro, when he signed his executive order on the use of generative AI in government decision-making processes here in Pennsylvania, he called out the Block Center specifically about being a partner in this effort. So these various aspects of operationalizing AI and generative AI in particular how one has to think really carefully about the responsible use of these technologies, how one thinks about evaluation broadly and red teaming in particular, makes me even more particularly excited about the sessions that are on tap today. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you for this opportunity to share our ideas and our thinking with you. And with that, let me